Well, hello there. I'm Pete LaFrance, the old Growler. Welcome to Meeting Expectations. What we do here is we take a look at a can or a bottle of beer. Sometimes a spirit will drop by, or a bottle of wine. We're all friends in fermentation. And we take a look at the label, we read it, we take a look at the artwork, see how they're trying to influence us, and we crack it open and see if it meets expectations. All right, today from Circa Brewing Company. When I was at the local beer barn, I go through and I pick up, cans of beer that attract me, particularly if there's some kind of artwork on it or some sort. And I picked this one, that's for sure. And it seemed familiar, Circa. Well, CIRCA Brewing Company. There's a brew pub that is less than 4 blocks from where I'm sitting, which is Circa Brewing, and I had to read the label to put 2 and 2 together. I didn't realize that they were canning the beer, but, well, anyways, aside, this is Spacelab Weiss, bursting with orange peel, banana, nasturtium, and vanilla. I don't ever think I've had nasturtium in a beer. Okay, it says that a hazy and full body Bavarian Weiss, 6.5% alcohol by volume, 17 bittering units, should be served in a tall stem glass, not a stem glass, but a tall glass. It has an SRM, which is a color rating of 6, and all of that information is very nicely put right there on the can. I think that is really a well-designed can. And it also has a line down here where on this side it's sweet and malty, and on this side it says dry and hoppy, and it has a slider that shows that this is leaning more towards the sweet, in fact a bit more to the sweet, and malty. So, well, that takes all the fun out of it. What am I expecting? Wheat beer, which is a slightly cloudy beer with that little sharp touch of the wheat, bursting with orange peel, banana, nasturtium, and vanilla. Orange peel and banana and vanilla, I know. Nasturtium, I'm going to meet. And it's going to be to the sweet side, to the malty side, and the bittering units are only around 17, so very little of the bittering units there. So, let's crack this open and see if it meets expectations. It's an excitable beer. By the way, it's $5.99 at the local beer barn. And I just have to check out here. It says, Circa, in proximity to. We see quality and accessibility going hand in hand. Whether from malt to mouth or farm to face, we want the process to be one of integrity, inclusivity, and community. Made in downtown Brooklyn. All right. Well, let's see what we've got here. We always use the same style of glassware. That way no beer has a leg up as far as checking out the clarity or the aromatics. Wow. This is a super active beer. It certainly is carbonated. So while we wait for the head to dissipate just a little bit, I'll tell you that all beer should be served at the proper temperature. Lagers, since they ferment at a much lower temperature, should be served around 37 to 47 degrees Fahrenheit. And when it comes to the ales, they're fermented at a much higher temperature, so they can be served at around 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit, 50 degrees being cellar temperature, which is the ideal temperature to serve wine. All right, yeah, that's a cloudy one, all right. And being that this is a wheat beer, it is lagered. So I use a ThermoWorks, what they call a lollipop thermometer. There's a link in the description box if you're interested in finding out more about it. Okay, well, this is a little warm. It's 48 degrees Fahrenheit. So that means that some of the flavors are probably a little bit more pronounced than they would be at the proper temperature. So anyways, well, the head certainly fell very quickly, and when most people will do a tasting, they'll take a look, they'll sniff, they'll sip, and they'll let you know what they think. Well, what I do is I take a look, I sip first and then sniff. Why? Master Sommelier Fred Dex will explain it all to you right there. All right, well, with a little bit of trepidation, let's go for the first swig. Cheers. You'll notice I took 2 sips. The reason for this is that the taste buds aren't paying any attention to what I say. So it just, all of a sudden they get this rush of coolness and of flavors, and they wake up, they don't know what's happened, so I give them a second one so they can think about it, but they'd really like a third. So I now know what nasturtium tastes like. It's a very, very faint undertone here. But it is, yes, this is an American style wheat beer, no doubt about it. First nosedive. The floweriness, there is that floweriness in there. One more sip. Yes. The aromatics and the bittering units, they fit together very nicely. It's certainly not a heavy bittering unit. As I've said, it was very light there. It's only 17 IBUs, but it is enough to really balance out a nice sweetness that's there. And it is a little to the sweet side, but that is not a detriment to this at all. Okay, does Spacelab Weiss from Circa Brewing Company meet expectations? It certainly does. If you like this presentation, please click on the subscribe button and the bell. That way you won't miss any of them. I'm Pete LaFrance, the Old Growler, hoping all of your beers meet expectations.